So class 7, today we will start a new chapter, that is chapter number 4, heat. So in our daily life we are dealing with the term hot and cold, hot things and cold things, or we are feeling hot and cold. So that is, now we will discuss what is heat, or how we are feeling hot or cold, how the heat is measured and how it is transferred. So it's all about heat. So now we will study about the heat. So we have studied in the previous classes that energy is the capacity to do work. Energy is defined as the capacity to do work, and it can take various forms. Energy can transfer from one form to another form, and it is the capacity to do the work. So heat also is a form of energy. Heat is also a form of energy. Different types of energy changes to heat. You might have observed sometimes when you are rubbing your hands, they becomes warm because of the friction generates heat. So when we run or do any other exercise, heat is generated in our body and we start sweating. So burning of fuels also generate heat. In a water heater, electricity is used to heat up water. So all these things we are seeing that a form of energy is transforming to different other types of energy. So we can say that energy can transfer from one form to another form, and it is the capacity to do the work. So heat is also a form of energy. So heat energy or the thermal energy, it can be produced from different source of energy, and it can transform into other types of energy also. So when we will consider a smaller level, then the thermal energy in the particles that is stored in the matter. So a smaller object, they have less heat than a larger object. A larger object is having more heat than a smaller object. If we will consider at a smaller level, then the thermal energy that is stored in the particles of matter. That is why the smaller object, they are having less heat than the larger object. So sometimes we feel very hot in summer season and all, and in winter season we are feeling very cold. Even we don't want to bath in cold water in winter season. So heat is how we will detect the heat. For example, if a small example we will take, then when we are taking a cup of tea which is very hot, just made cup of tea if we will take, then it is very hot. And at the same time when we are taking something from some cold things from the refrigerator, then it is very cold. So here there is a variation in the temperature between the hot object and the cold object. So how we will measure the heat, how we will come to know that which is this hot object or which is the cold object, or if a object is hot or cold, then how we are coming to know that it is hot or cold. So we detect the heat, or heat is detected by temperature. We are measuring the temperature. If a object is having high temperature, that means that object is hot. Or if the temperature is having low temperature, if an object is having a low temperature, that means that is called a cold object. So hot objects, they are having high temperature, and cold objects, they are having low temperature. So we are measuring heat by the temperature. We are detecting the heat by the help of the temperature, where temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. So when we are touching an object, our sensation, using our sensation also we can feel whether it is a hot object or a cold object. Ice feels cold, but a cup of coffee or tea or milk, it feels hot. So sometimes our senses also fool us that we are feeling, we are touching the objects and we are not feeling whether it is cold or hot. When it is lukewarm, that time you don't feel any sensation, proper sensation. So that sometimes our senses fool us, but we are detecting the heat by using the temperature, and temperature is the hotness or degree of hotness or coldness of a body. So where the hot object is having the high temperature and the cold object is having the low temperature. So we detect heat by using the temperature, which is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. So if we will take an example, you can do at home. You can take 3 containers, and at 3 containers you will take in one hot water, another one cold water, and another one is normal. You will take 3 containers containing hot water, cold water, and normal water. So here you will dip your left hand. So in the first hot water, here you will dip the left hand, here you will dip the right hand, here both the hands. So here when you are dipping the left hand, what you will feel here, since it contains the hot water, you will feel here hot, and when you will dip your right hand, since it contains the cold water, you will feel the cold. But here you are dipping both the hand, left hand and right hand. So now this is the main thing, that what you will feel here, since here you were feeling because of the hot water, here you were feeling sensation, your sensation was telling that it is hot. Here temperature is high, hot means here temperature is high, cold means here temperature is low. So your hot water, in the hot water, your left hand, your sensation was telling that it is very hot. When you are bringing that left hand to the normal water, here you will feel cold because of comparing with this. When you will compare this water with hot water, your left hand will feel cold, but here your right hand was already, you are feeling cold because it was having cold water. So when you will take this hand to the normal, at the same time you will feel here warm as compared to this. So here you will feel both warm and cold because you are comparing this water with hot water and cold water. So here you will feel colder to your left hand and warmer to your right hand, or hotter to your right hand. That is because the heat also transfer, the heat flows or transfer from a body at high temperature to a body at low temperature. So from high temperature to low temperature, heat also transfers. That is why here heat was more and here heat was less. So the heat transferred here. Here heat was very low and here heat was, compared to this, here heat was in high. So that is why here also heat energy transfers. So heat transfers from a region of high temperature to a region of low temperature. Since here it was very hot, so when you will come to the normal condition, here you will feel cold, and it was very cold. So when you will come to the normal condition, normal water, you will feel here warmer or hotter. That is because heat also flows from one region, that is high temperature, to the region of lower temperature. So that is why heat is measured, like we are having different units for measuring length, width and all, meter, kilometer. So heat is also measured in units like joule and calories. So the unit of heats are joules and calories. So standard unit is joule, but the units are joules and calories. So to explain how to study how heat transfers from high temperature to low temperature, let us take another example. Here we will take two glass or two cups. You can take, one is of hot tea, another one is of cold water. You can take hot tea or hot coffee or hot milk. So whatever you are taking, you will take, one is hot, another one is cold or very chilled. So when you will suddenly, when it is made, or when you are bringing the cold water from the fridge, when suddenly you are touching, your sensation will tell that it is a hot object, it is a cold object. But you leave them for few minutes. After few minutes, when you will touch them, you will see that both the things feel the same to touch. Means outside the cup you are touching, not you are dipping, don't dip your hand, you will touch the cup or the glass what you are having. So after few minutes, when you will touch the cup or the glass, you will feel that both of them have the same feel to touch. That means both of them are same, like same amount of hotness or same amount of coldness you can feel in both the cups or glasses. That is why, why, because here the hot tea, when it is very hot, the temperature was very high. Since the temperature was very high, it loses heat to the surrounding air. So its surrounding air is having less temperature as compared to this cup or glass. This cup or glass is having high temperature. This is having high temperature, but its surrounding is having less temperature. So now after some time, so this is our higher temperature, this is our surrounding is our lower temperature. So heat transform from high temperature to the low temperature, and here the temperature decreases. Similarly, the cup with chilled water, it has low temperature than the surrounding. In the surrounding, if we will consider this cup and the surrounding area, then here it is, the temperature is high, but here the temperature is low. It is very chilled, that means the temperature is very low, but outside or in the surrounding the temperature is high. So that is why here also heat flows from high region to the lower region. That is why it is also slowly it is increasing its temperature. So we can say that both are having same temperature as the surrounding air. So if compared to the surrounding air, both the cups or both the glasses will be at the same temperature. So that is why now you can very clear that heat flows from high region to the lower region. Here also the same case was there, when here it was feel very hot, when you were feeling here very hot, suddenly when you come to the normal, that condition when you compare that, here it was having very high temperature, but in case of that here temperature was not so high. So heat flows from high temperature to the low temperature. Like here in this case you are very clear how heat is flowing from high temperature to the low temperature, because its surrounding air or surrounding is having low temperature is compared to the this cup or glass which is having high temperature. So heat flows from high to low. Similarly here it was having very low temperature as compared to its surrounding. So its surrounding was having high temperature and this one is having very low temperature. So the heat flows from high temperature to the low temperature. So heat also determines how fast the particles of a matter move. For example, the hot object move faster in a particles in a cold object. So due to faster motion, the particles collide more with their neighboring particles and transfer energy faster. You might have seen when you are boiling the water, or when you will take the water to boil, you will take a saucepan or a container and you will pour some water. You will leave that container for few minutes, then you will see that the water is still. Then in the same way you will keep the container on the burner and you will start burning. Then slowly you will see as the temperature is increasing, then the water will start moving. The particles gain heat from the burning gases and start moving faster. That is because when an object is getting heat or object is becoming hot, it moves faster, its particles moves faster, and due to the faster motion the particles collide with each other. And they transfer energy very faster. So now I think you are clear about the heat energy, how it is transforming from a high temperature to a low temperature. You are very clear I think now. So read your book also. Along with this, in the next class we will study how the temperature is measured.